you can't watch. Well, I was thinking maybe someplace like Williamsburg, Virginia. Or maybe Washington, D.C. You're moving, Rose?
Too bad. This would be touching if I liked you more.
I'm not moving, Sophie. You buy it.
No, I couldn't sell my car to Rose. She's my friend. My great-granddaddy always used to say there are two things you never sell to a friend, a car and a slave. Because if either one of them quits working, you'll never hear the end of it. Of course, they hanged my great-granddaddy. He said a lot of things he shouldn't have. What do you give me for it? Go out. If you don't absolutely love it, I'll take it back.
Well,
no questions asked.
what the heck? You only live once. Might as well be daring.
Rose, it's a used car. It's not a seat on a space shuttle.
Hello. Blanche, I need you to give me a manicure. Rose, I need you to lend...
My God, I just want to die.
You're not a fool, Blanche. You're a beautiful, loving, trusting woman. There's no fool here, Blanche.
I guess maybe I'm hoping the shock will be too much for my heart and I'll just drop dead right here. And the minister can bury me with Mr. Pincus. But my second cousin Arlen did it.
I think we'd better try another question.
I am exhausted. I went to at least a dozen ticket brokers today. They all told me the only way I'm going to get tickets is to go to a scalper. Oh, good for being in the ground for 2 hours.
Rose, what are you doing?
Watching the cheese balls.
You're supposed to be watching Dorothy.
I was watching Dorothy. But every time I watch her, Sophia eats a cheese ball.
Honey, let her have the darn cheese balls. Nobody else wants them. Rest of the garbage.
Don't worry, she'll get over it.
And even if she doesn't, who cares? We're gonna meet Bug
I always get this reaction when I wear the tight jumpsuit.
Tell me, what'd you find under that? A lot luckier than go to win that $10,000. You know, Rose, I have to confess, I dabbled a little in poetry writing in high school.
Oh, well, that's nothing to be ashamed of. A lot of tall girls who wouldn't get dates wrote poetry in high school.
Well, I was in my aerobics class when I noticed this gorgeous man checking me out. So during the buttocks lifts, he motioned for my phone number. Well, I didn't want to appear easy, so I rolled over on my back and flung my legs over my head. That's what I call giving him the brush off.
You'll think about next week, Rose.
I will, Arnie.
Talk to you soon.
Well, it looks like you and Arnie are getting pretty serious. Something else we can do.
Blanche, it'll be easy. The children are dropped off in the morning and they're picked up by 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Now, here's something here. How about sponging?
What's that?
It says here, spongers help cool off the walkers by sponging and rubbing down their hot bodies as they pump their way through Greater Miami.
Doesn't make much sense, does it, Blanche? I mean, get them all...
Eyes and eyes and a carrot nose and a cucumber mouth. Do you think we should give him some broccoli hair?
Why not add a gold chain? We'll call it Sammy Potato Jr.
I do not know how I let you two talk me into this thing. Those kids are going to break everything in this house.
Come on, Blanche, you are... Oh,
Hit it!
Isn't she incredible? What do you say, girls? Can she stay?
I guess so. All right.
Thank you.
But just be sure and keep her in her cage.
Oh, maybe I can convince the Count to
I
get...
think. I mean, I'd give them both my kidneys. I'd cut them out myself.
Me too. I'd give them my heart.
I give to all my children, except Phil.
Why not Phil?
Because he never calls, he never writes. I only hear from him at Christmas when he sends me a cheddar cheese nativity scene. She looked like Fess Parker from another time. Girls, get Guess what? I just got an invitation to the reunion of my college sorority, the Alpha Gams.
I belonged to a sorority when I was in college, the Alpha Yams. It was an agricultural college. Campaign.
Rose, you worked for Thomas Dewey?
No, Melville Dewey, the founder of the Dewey Decimal System.
You know, your Gil Kessler doesn't stand a chance of winning.
Who says?
The Miami Post, the Miami Journal, the Miami Tribune.
We had to feed the chickens, slop the hogs, muck the stalls. Please, I'm trying to eat here. And after I finished all that, I still had to take care of Larry, my one-eyed pig.
What did you people do? Run a farm for handicapped animals?
Model.
Your daughter's a fashion model?
She's just beautiful, always has been. Gorgeous blonde hair, sparkling blue eyes, a figure men would mortgage a house for. We were always so much alike. And so close, just like Siamese twins.
It's a shame when they separated you, you got both.
Have to stink. And if you stay and work at it and everything turns out, you'll have a place to visit when the things at home really get to stink.
I just can't, like, come here whenever.
You can just like come here whenever.
Well, I don't mind the garden, but it's like the vacuum.
Merci beaucoup, mes amis.
Oh, my, that was impressive.
Jane Goodall once taught an ape to rumba. That's impressive.
Now I would like to propose a toast to David, who in the past week has proven that he is one damn good kid.
I'm afraid I just gave those 2 rooms away.
But we had a reservation.
Until 3 a.m. you're late. Therefore, the reservation is null and void. I'm sorry, that's company policy.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm from Sicily. You know what our company policy is? First, I break your knees.
Ma. Look, forget about the reservation. Just give You are going overboard. Now, I think you need to see someone.
Dorothy, I don't think a date is necessarily the answer.
I meant a psychiatrist, hot pants. Well, now, what do you say, Rose? Come on, honey, we'll all go.
Rose, so nice to see you.
How was your trip, Clay?
Oh, fine. It just went by in no time.
Well, that usually means he met a stewardess he liked.
Blanche.
Lunch, dinner, or drinks.
Dinner.
Oh,
I'm beginning to see the family resemblance.
honey, come on inside. I'll get you all settled down, and then I want to tell you all the wonderful things I have planned.
Oh, Charlie was very stubborn and very dapper.
And then what happened?
And he told me he loved me, and then it was over. And I put a pair of gray flannel pants on him and a blue shirt.
Hello. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Dorothy, meet my director, Cy Ferber. Cy, my daughter, Dorothy.
Daughter? You're kidding.
Cy, I assure you, I won't be flattered if you say you thought she was my sister.
No.
I don't know. I walked in and she wasn't there. There was someone else in her bed. It was weird.
Lillian. Oh, did you say Lillian? My God, you got a call about her this morning. I was so caught up in my breaths, I totally forgot.
It happens to all of us, Blanche. That's why my rent check was... It was just as it always had been.
Well, I'm shocked.
I was too. You know, Chrissy didn't teach him a thing.
Well, if he's moving in, I'm moving out.
He is not moving in, Ma. We are not getting back together. It was just... Yeah, neither do I, but I'll tell you, if ever I sleep with Mr. Wizard, I'll find out what it is. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. It's just, last night should not have happened, but it did. And it obviously means more to Stan than it does to me. I mean, right now he's hurt and he's vulnerable.
Why didn't you tell him that this morning?
Hi, Sophia. Boy, I tell you, there is nothing more invigorating than spending a little time on a boat.
Oh, yeah? Not when I sailed to America. Picture it. There we were, a tired, poor, huddled mass, eating marinara sauce out of...
Strong, confident, sophisticated man to appreciate you. But, honey, They're out there, wanting you as much as you want them.
I knew it had to be something like that. Thank you, Dorothy.
There really is one.
Oh, girls, I'm so sorry to be late. I ran out of gas on the way home. It was just horrible. Nobody would stop to help me. This could never have happened in the old South. What has become of chivalry? When men used to open doors for you, pull out your chair, tip their hat.
I guess so.
Yeah, well, I better get to work.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you need any help moving, just let me know, okay?
I'll do that.
You don't know how much you mean to us.
And I love you. I love all my children. Even Phil? Sure. But don't tell him I want to borrow money.
Hi, girls.
Oh, hi, feeble. If I can find the living room.
Dorothy, what just happened? Well, weren't you listening? Sophia came in and asked Dorothy to drive her to the mall for a blood pressure test, and then Dorothy told Sophia that they had a date to go out to dinner Friday night, and then Sophia said that she and the...
God, I wish I was dead.
Blanche, let's go get the hors d'oeuvre. Excuse us.
Oh, I have never been so embarrassed in my entire life.
I'm getting remarried, and I wanted to meet the lucky guy. This is so strange. I always thought Daddy was much taller than that. I don't remember him like that at all.
Well, that's probably because his size didn't matter to you, Rose.
When you really care for someone, you see them for what they are on the inside.
Nothing else matters. The Board of Health threatens us.
I can't do it.
Forget the Bahamas. How about dinner?
Dorothy, listen.
What?
I have to tell you something.
What? You lied to me.
No, I didn't lie. I'm telling you now.
I'm getting out of here.
No.
Yeah, let go of me.
No, you gotta listen. Please, you have to listen to me.
Listen to what? Listen to what? How your wife doesn't understand you? How you stayed because of the children?
I did stay for the children. My wife would have moved them back.
Hi, Ma.
You're home early?
I broke up with Glenn. I told him I couldn't see him anymore.
Sarcasm, Rose. That's like when I say you're so lucky to be a natural blonde.
Thank you.
Just forget it, Rose. I have a late date.
You can leave early. A promise is a promise. Now, look, we're all very fond of Miles. Besides, a little...
You to say this afternoon when we're interviewing new roommates. Oh, God, it'd be so much easier if she didn't have to meet you people.
Well, I hope you find somebody soon. You know, actually, you're going to need 2 new tenants.
I'm not living with you and Stan.
Yes, you are, Ma. I want you with us, and besides, you can't afford to live alone.
Blanche just let him get through all that, Blanche.
I was lucky enough to have my big sister Charmaine chasing after me, trying to talk some sense into my fool head.
Maybe Lucy could use a big sister herself right now.
If she doesn't already have one, I don't think it's humanly possible.
I'm going after her. It's the middle of... Well, now, isn't that sweet? But, honey, with all those people, there's no way you're ever going to get the Pope to notice you.
Oh, he'll notice me.
I'm home. Rose, happy...
Get together tomorrow for lunch. End of story.
Ah, Mr. Gordon. Dorothy had a huge, embarrassing crush on him. She was his slave. She graded his papers, did his laundry. Once she even rotated his tires.
But that stroke didn't make you forget a thing, did it? And high heels. Well, at any rate, I spoke out. And because I did, a lot of other women didn't have to go through the same thing.
You know, Dorothy, you're right. I have made up my mind I'm going to see the dean about Professor Cooper.
Very wise decision.
Mills, as it turns out, it wasn't such a bad thing to do. The stuff tasted great, and Salvador decided to market it. At first, it didn't move so well. Linguine with ear salve on a menu doesn't look too appetizing. But once he changed the name to pesto sauce, it moved like hotcakes. Ridiculous. The curse works, believe me. I've used it before.
When?
Baltimore Colts, New York Jets, 1969. Draw your own conclusions.
This part needs a little work. And then now here's the chorus. It ain't gonna worry me for long. It ain't gonna worry me for long. I'll get up in the morning and I'll still be singing my song. No, we'd go off chasing those rainbows together. But when the time finally came, all that was left was a big empty house and the headstone that marks her grave. And I decided that
We going on everything equally, but this is $4 a can.
Look, we have to have, these are absolutely essential. If you ever have a date with a man who's a little sluggish, a tin of these and a bottle of cold duck, you'll be prying him off the wall.
Or John from Kenosha?
I'll bet you know a lot of Johns.
That's a good one.
I guess it must be regional humor.
No, we're all here for the big clothing convention.
Oh, well, tell me, is leather big this year?
Well, it is with Carl. Yeah, as long as I don't have to pay extra.
It was small consolation to find out years later there had been churn tampering involved.
Blanche. Rose, Blanche and I are going to the other end of the cell. Don't cross this line. Contact with the outside world for at least a year.
He dumped you.
Yes.
Dorothy, I'm sorry.
Why is it whenever I think I've met Mr. Right, I'm wrong?
Because, Dorothy, you're not the most perceptive woman in the world.
Well, what's everybody doing up? I thought you all still be sleeping. Instead of doing the right thing and awarding me the crown as the most beautiful girl in the county, they made me runner-up and awarded me Miss Congeniality instead. At that moment, I vowed to make that town pay for valuing my personality over my perfect body.
I hear that Vanna White has the same problem.
Girls, I'm tired of sitting here. Let's go.
I can't believe it. There was an announcement in the paper. Her friends must have realized she died. Why didn't they come?
They were too busy celebrating.
You go ahead. I just want to sit here a while longer.
And it's touching how that Great Dane is paying its respects. So I give the mud a swallow, but he doesn't know where to stop, also like your Uncle Al. So we sing a little Puccini, stretch out on the couch, and take a nap together. All in all, a very pleasant afternoon.
Rose, the dog is drooling on my foot.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Look, Rose wanted to thank me for the work that I've been doing on the Hotchkiss project.
Oh, that's lovely. Just lovely.
Especially since there wasn't all that much work involved.
Ma, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing with the sherry?
Don't worry. I'm not going to drink it. I was just going to hide it from the dog. Thanks. If I want to look at pictures, I got a photomat. Besides, Rose brought me. She's waiting outside with the dog. Hey, you ever stick your head out of a car window doing 50? What a rush!
hello! And who do we have here?
This is my...
He was your cousin. Where the relationship might have had a future.
Tell me, Blanche, did any of your relatives appear in Deliverance?
It was during the Korean conflict. I was rejected as a whack. I failed the ink blot test.
Oh, come on, Rose. Now, how can you fail an ink blot?
Only could she twirl that baton like a propeller, but she knew every chair in the county. And she could twist her body into the shape of the letter R. Well, finally Charmaine decided it was her turn to be in the spotlight. So she challenged me to compete against...
I hate being called a widow. It sounds so permanent and final, and I don't believe for 1 minute that it is. I know someday Charlie and I are going to be together again. Probably not in the old house. We don't need that much room. I mean, the kids are grown and we'll both be dead. Well, I'm only thinking of me, too. And if you two can't adjust to my new lifestyle, well, maybe we have a problem here.
No, Rose. You're the one who has a problem.
Are you telling me that I can't live my life the way I want?
Not if it means disrupting everybody else's life, Rose. You're getting impossible to live with.
Is that so? Well, then I guess there's just...
What the hell does that mean?
Don't get smart with me. If I was a short, bald guy in a diaper spouting this gibberish, I'd be running India.
Well, I guess this is it.
Yep, guess so.
Isn't it funny how things turn out? Being dead really changed my life.
How do you do?
Nice to meet you, Liz.
Yes.
Have to run, sorry.
Nice meeting
All right,
you.
and I'll catch up with you two later. Oh, we have so many running jokes. Well, but what brings you two here?
Oh, no thanks. We were in the neighborhood and we thought we'd, just...
Oh, I love Tony Bennett.
Oh, so do I. He was always so sweet to me.
Blanche, you dated Tony Bennett?
Honey, I did more than date him. He may have left his heart in San Francisco, but he left his shorts on my radiator.
My heart is pounding in my ears. But then again, it always pounds in my ears. I could see the finish line. It was only 200-300 yards away. And then it happened. What every runner dreads. I hit the wall.
Ma, you ran out of steam.
No,
I see. Oh, well, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Emily's mom.
The walkathon people. Everybody's left the staging area. There's no sign of Emily's parents.
Oh, what do we do now?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think we might have to start thinking about the story of the Duke and Duchess of Windsor.
Or the story of Rose and Charlie Nyland.
When I think of one, I automatically think of the other.
When Charlie and I started dating, I got the feeling that his folks didn't like me. That's when I decided to get to the bottom of things, and I found out about...
it's like you didn't hear a word I said. Your head to the size of a mushroom.
Come on, honey, just try it. It doesn't hurt. See?
He's a very vain person, and vanity can be a terrible thing. I should know. I used to be vain myself.
You, Sophia?
What, you think I was born with white hair and a butt like Play-Doh? When I was a teenager, I was gorgeous. Eyes as deep and black, my butt is stuck to the chin.
Here, Sophie, I'll help you.
Oh, I'll do that.
No, that's all right, Rose.
But that's what a personal servant is for.
Rose, I'm sorry, I just don't feel comfortable having you work for me. I do. You want to be my servant, Rose?
Blanche, I'm not talking about big things. I'm talking about little things, like doing your laundry.
The country club. And every year he'd say we were just going to have a nice, quiet little dinner. Then we'd walk into the dining room, and the lights would go on, and our friends, all from the finest families, would yell, "Surprise!" And every year I'd pretend to be surprised. It always made George so happy.
But good Lord, how could you fake it every year?
Well, Dorothy, when we...
Incidentally, is Walter renting that blue tuxedo again?
Walter never rented a blue tuxedo, and you know it. He owns that blue tuxedo.
Girls, did Jake call? He is half an hour late.
No, Blanche.
Is Jake going to be able to take you to the banquet, or will he have to work?
Talking about? She was lonely.
You're out of beer, too. You're out of peanut butter? Hell, George, you better get her back. I'm gonna starve to death. Oh, Dorothy! What a nice surprise.
For you, maybe. George, I wanted to talk to you about.
Do I detect a note of hostility?
A note? How about a symphony? With my $10, I got that can opener I always...
Don't say no, just hear me out. Do you think I'm cute?
Oh, Ma.
Just answer.
Yes, Ma, I think you're cute.
Would you say cute verging on adorable?
Sophia, what's this all about? Just nothing but no good money grubbing trash. Oh, baby, forgive me.
Get a hold of yourself.
Rose, I apologize.
Rose, so do I. Oh, Rose, can you ever forgive us? Rose.
You'd be angry because I didn't sweep under the bed. Gee, you're really a good liar. I know. That's why I'm studying to be a lawyer. See, I'm going to school at night, and the only time I have to study is when you all go out.
Words managed to move the heart of a major world leader.
And I would like to hear those words, too. Now, you promised us you'd read us that letter.
I never will. It's too embarrassing.
You just said today was the worst day of your life. What have you got to lose?
I'm never going to read this letter. Never.
All right, then, will you let me read it?
Oh, fine. Kick me while...
He's the one who prescribed arch supports for Mussolini.
Must have really helped his lower back when they hung him by his heels.
Forget him. I'm talking about Bruno Bonifiglio. I take one look at him, and I have a hunch he's trouble. But nobody believes me. So what happened?
Laszlo.
Rose, I have to ask you something.
Oh, I know what it is. You're going to ask me to pose for you, too.
No, I'm not.
Oh. Oh, well, I'm so embarrassed.
That's it! That's exactly the quality I want to capture. Oh, take my...
Laszlo, that's what I love about you. You can tell a bald-faced lie and still sound sincere. I forgot my compact. I'll be right back.
Give me that key. This is just great. I mean, everything this whole night has been nothing but fun.
You really need to get out more, Rose.
Come on, Dorothy, admit you're having fun. It's kind of like being on an adventure.
An adventure? My foot. It's more like a nightmare.
Rose.
Was it the glass menagerie?
That's correct for 100 points. What innovative industrialist invented the assembly line? Willard.
I'm sorry, I did it again.
Sophia.
Henry Ford.
What are you all doing here?
Stopping you.
What?
I absolutely forbid you to get married.
Same goes for me. Lorraine, he's not good enough for you. You can do better.
Oh, yeah? When's the last time you took a good look at the merchandise you're trying to move?
We both love you very much, but we also love each other.
Mr. Terrific, I think that Lex Luthor and the Joker are harassing an old lady in the stairwell. Could you come in and melt them with your X-ray vision?
Mr. Terrific doesn't have X-ray vision.
Please, Rose, this is no time to point out his shortcomings.
Mad at me? You said, why, no, darling. This is the best Mother's Day I've ever had. Don't you remember that, Mama? Well, I thought that happened to Virginia. Wasn't Virginia the slut?
There's Salvador. He's hiding from me, isn't he? He always hides from me. The little monkey hates me.
Don't be silly. Pop is crazy about you.
Don't lie to your grandmother, it's a sin.
Well, maybe he's not crazy about you, but he's very, very fond of you.
He hates me. The man repairs complicated machinery for a living 3 times.
But he thinks his hometown is pretty special.
I know I do. I'll never forget when I went back after many, many years. Everything was just as I remembered it. Garbage in the street, Prostitutes in the doorways. A couple of guys hanging from the heels of the town square. Oh, I can't go on. Got a handkerchief?
In denial.
Look, Fluffhead. Why should I deny being in denial when I never said I was in denial? You are the one who said I was in denial, and don't you deny it.
Listen, Dorothy.
When I told her, she said, Rose, honey, you're just a little girl. You have your entire life before you and the whole world to see. Now, you wait until you grow up and get sophisticated and marry at 15 like your sisters. But you didn't. No, I was always kind of the gypsy of the family.
So, what did you think of the apartment?
Too many old people. All those hearing aids interfere with the cable TV. You want to like...
I wandered around and finally found.
Speaking of found, look what I found. Butterscotch.
Doesn't get much better than this.
The old jacket. We put the winning lottery ticket in the pocket. Start the engine and open the door. I'll jump in at the bottom of the driveway.
Forget the Dr. Blanche. Call the paramedics. What is taking them so long? It's been over an hour.
I'm sure they're doing the best they can.
Cafeteria was closed. This is all I could find.
Thanks, honey.
Any word on Sophia? No. Girls, quick. I need some advice.
Wear half as much makeup and twice as much underwear. Take it as a standing recommendation.
Sophia, I need advice on these earrings. Are they dressy enough for a really nice dinner?
Oh, Blanche, don't tell me you're seeing Tom Gallagher again.
No, I'm not. I'm seeing that man I told you about.
So you got a terrific smile.
Yes.
You're smart and thoughtful, so you've got beautiful eyes.
Yes.
And you're a music lover, so you've probably got a big behind.
No.
Just...
You were about to tell a story. Why did you stop?
Well, this is usually when Dorothy and Blanche interrupt me. Anyway, I'd always go to the movies every Saturday afternoon with all my friends. Oh, we...
Blanche, look at this picture. Man's body was washed ashore on the beach last night.
Oh, how hot. What?
Well, my wife never remarried after the divorce, and I never stopped loving her, Rose.
I see.
Now, Rose, I have to give this a shot. I really think I can make things work.
Oh, I hope you can, Ernie.
I know this is sudden, but it's something I really need to try.
Well, I understand.
We are over. There is nothing wrong with my relationship with Eddie, and if my mother can't buy it, I am very sorry. It is her problem.
Oh, just getting in? Listen, if you three are just going to use this place days, would you mind if I got one of those medical emergency beepers? I'd feel terrible if you came home one morning and found me on the doorstep instead of the Miami Herald.
You have another thing coming.
Maybe some cookies and milk could change your mind.
Here. How about $50 and you tell the truth? What do you say?
Are you trying to bribe us, Blanche?
Oh, yeah? You catch on quick.
Make it 150 each.
I'm not wearing cologne. But that's impossible. It smells kind of like a mixture of Old Spice and musk and...
And a porterhouse steak?
Yes.
That's me. The smell really gets intense when I sweat.
Really? Well, I'd be curious to...
You want to eat some ice cream?
That's not a bad idea. Okay, Rose, go get it. I'm too weak from disappointment.
Well, I'm disappointed too.
Oh, so what? Dorothy Maker, get it?
Get it, Rose.
Why are you two being so mean to me?
Because we're in bad moods and because we remember.
For the moment, only for you to feast your eyes on the great Alfonso. The great Alfonso. Seymour.
Hello, I'm the great... I am the great...
Alfonso.
What?
Oh, the damn...
Three people who look like Sam Snead with a hormone problem.
Look, you two stay here. I'm going to check out the rest of the locker room. I think I'll start out with a jacuzzi.
You don't know where the jacuzzi is?
Yeah, it's just down the hall, second door. I'll ask somebody.
This has been a nightmare. Excuse me. Are we back to real life, or are the two of you performing a scene from Golden Boy?
Ladies, I've spent years working with this boy, watching him turn into a masterful musician. You yourselves have heard how he makes the violin sing. But his fate is in your hands. Please don't make him step into that ring tomorrow.
Everybody, can I have your attention, please? I know I've been a bit scarce tonight, but there is a reason. Something tragic happened this morning. Oh, my, I need your help.
Oh, sure, sweet. Because of your charm and your wit and your zest for life. I mean, you can have the operation or not. Men won't care one bit about your breasts.
Really, Rose?
Not with me around.
Oh, hi, girls. Did you all find Lillian?
You bet we did. And that's you?
She's outside. She's bartering with the cabbie, you know. Imagine a man who would take cash over a rooster.
Well, tell us now, what brings you all to Florida?
Well, we are here to take our daughter back to Sicily for her wedding.
Yeah, but Gina came with you.
Gina is not our
module.
Oh, that does it. Rose, I would never lie about the U.S. space program. Awkward when it comes to my body, huh? No coordination? You want to see your body defy the laws of nature, physics, and Dade County? Relatives that get to come to visit. I wonder who that could be.
I'm sure it's no one.
Hi, it's me, Stan.
See, what did I tell you? Stanley, what do you want?
I need to borrow a car.
No.
Doesn't anybody want to know why I need to borrow a car?
No.
Fine. I know when I'm not wanted.
You're making this whole thing up just to rub it in. You have never met these people.
Jealousy is a very ugly thing, Dorothy. And so are you in anything backless.
Caring, they need compassion. They need attending to. You know, someday, Dr. Bud, you're going to be on the other side of the table. And as angry as I am, and as angry as I always will be, I still wish you a better doctor than you were to me.
What does one wear to a sperm bank?
Something attractive in rubber.
Have that.
Baby, and he's running a very high fever. Could you come over right away? No, this is not Blanche playing a joke. Thanks, Harry. Thanks very much.
He's coming.
Right away.
Oh, dear, I better freshen up.
Blanche, he is not coming over to look at you. He's coming over to look at the baby.
Cutting out. You're in for the long haul. Keep your seatbelt on. There are lots of twists and turns. Stop that, or they're gonna come in here and sing again.
The mole on his cheek sells insurance in New York City?
Yes.
You didn't miss much.
The point is, I didn't do any of the things on my list. I mean, all my dreams went unfulfilled. You know, the other day I was talking to Helen Colquist. She said she
Had to.
Blanche, knowing that does not help. I am going crazy, wondering where he is. I mean, he could be sleeping under a pier for all I know, or in some flop house, or out on the street.
Michael Colt, he's staying with Stan.
Oh, God, it's even worse than I thought.
At least he can depend on one of his parents.
Look, boys and girls. I knew the time had come, but I kept putting it off. Finally, I decided it was time to take the bull by the horns.
So you told her?
No, I took the bull by the horns, turned him around, and showed her what makes a bull a bull.
You are kidding, Rose.
No, that's how my mother taught me. Honey, didn't that give you a false impression about what a man would look like? It sure did. Can you imagine my surprise on my wedding night with Charlie? Boy, oh, can I see
No,
it?
darling, don't touch it. Oh, nobody must touch it. It is very rare. Only the 5 people on the committee get these each year. Oh, look. Have you ever seen a more moving piece of art?
Only at Graceland.
So damn special. Oh, God, why didn't I go when he called? Why didn't I go? And this is the living room.
Oh, Blanche.
Did you call about buying the Citrus Festival plate?
Yes, I did.
Oh, Rose, you're beautiful.
How much do you want for it?
Well, they're pretty rare. There's only 5 of these. I'd say $2,000.
$2,000 a plate. What is this, a Republican fundraiser?
Look, these plates are collector's items.
Cakes. Wait a minute. What about the present Blanche hid behind the couch?
Oh, my gift for you! I'll get it. I can't wait to see the look on your face.
Me too.
Here you go, sweetheart.
No, I don't.
Look, Moose.
What?
We don't know where Blanche is.
No, that's right. I mean, she could be gone for hours, days. I mean, it could be weeks before she gets back.
We're back.
Oh, I thought you were going to spend the night at Janet's.
Well, on the way over there, I got to thinking, is there really any reason for me to be running away from Merrill? I mean, the man has paid his debt to society, hasn't he? After all, is there any man...
Rams.
Do you know that nasty butcher down at the deli?
The little guy with 4 fingers?
That's him. I don't know, but every time I order roast beef, he cheats me. I don't know how he does it. I stand there and watch as he slices a big, juicy roast... Okay, Ma, if this is what you really want to do...
It's not what I want to do. It's what I have to do. Dorothy, today is my anniversary, and I barely remember getting married. You know, I hate getting old. You always seem to be losing something. First it
Me blue.
Well, give me my money.
Look, I'm sorry we fought the way we did, but this work for senior health care is very important to me, and I was hoping it would be to you, too.
Well, it wasn't, but it is now.
It is.
How could I help it? After I looked through the paperwork, I realized...
We are going ice skating.
Dorothy, oh my God, can you believe it?
Hey, Puerto Ricans can ice skate.
Dorothy! Dorothy, look! It's the carving, see? Sal loves Sophia.
Ma!
You're Sophia?
That's right.
Altering experience, Simon. I need time to think, to gather my priorities and put them all in perspective.
Whatever you need. I'll call you tomorrow.
Sure. You're not upset, are you?
No.
Boy, what a beautiful...
Yes, but there's only one place you can sleep, and that's with my daughter. Well, the ironic thing was, if it had been light out, Charlie would have realized that he was just 2 blocks away from home. And it was really embarrassing because that story really got around. I must have heard it 100 times. Everybody thought it was a big joke.
Well, that must have hurt.
It hurt a lot, and it made me angry. I was so mad I refused to make strudel for a year.
That's not so bad. You son of a... You put me through all this and I could have had Andy Rooney.
And when the teller opened the envelope, there were just scraps of paper in it. I don't remember anymore. That's all you're going to get from me no matter how many times you hit me.
Sophia, what about your Uncle Guido?
He's fine. I got a postcard from him this morning.
Back in St. Olaf, there was a shepherd boy who tended his flock on the hill above the town. A wolf kept coming down and stealing his sheep, but the boy never caught him doing it. Because he never saw it happening, he became known around St. Olaf as the boy who didn't cry. Wolf wasn't there.
Boy, nothing gets by you people.
Damn straight, it was a bear. A huge, ferocious grizzly bear.
What happened to the boy?
He became known as the boy.
Dorothy, if we were both 25, I could wait, but I need someone in my life now.
Are you sure that you want to marry me, or are you just afraid to be alone?
Who wants to be alone?
Nobody. I don't. But if you're marrying me because I happen to be...
Oh, so you're studying for your interview.
Uh-huh. I know it's a lot of added responsibility, but I really want this job.
Then why are you reading the racing form?
The racing form? Why would you think I'm reading the racing form?
You can't lie to your mother. Mothers always know when you lie. Don't you think I knew what your brother Phil was doing in the bathroom when he said he was oiling his baseball glove? He was working on his simplicity patterns.
Well, good night, sleep tight, see you in the States.
Then he should know better.
This is...
Blanche Devereaux, it's a real pleasure, Mr. President. My, you do have a lot of Secret Service men, don't you?
Hi, Blanche.
Hi, fellas.
Thank you, Mrs. Devereaux. And, Mr. President, this is Dorothy Zbornak.
Out walking. You know what today was, Rose? It was my birthday.
Blanche.
Now, don't start your yammering. It was one of the best birthdays I have ever had. I did some soul searching, and it occurred to me that I'm a vibrant, energetic woman. I mean, I must still have some life left in me if I can make Mel Bushman's head snap back like that.
You mean old Pez head?
May we come
Yes,
in?
of course you may. Please, come right in.
I don't know what just happened here, but it didn't sound like it deserved an F.
It's because Kevin is not an F student.
Look, it's not that I'm lazy, Ms. Bornak. I'm just really busy with ball. I wanted to read A Tale of Two Cities.
Take with the missing link tonight?
Ma, I told you I am not seeing Stan anymore. I remember the tears that man caused me, the hatred I felt, and I don't need that grief again.
Good. Because I worry about you. You're still my little girl, you know, no matter how big you get.
Oh, thanks, Ma.
Dorothy, good grief, there's nothing to worry about. I'm sure he's just trying to hold up his insurance company. There's nothing wrong with that man's back.
How can you tell?
Because I know the crooked walk of man when his back has been injured. I cannot tell you how many men I have seen limp out of my bedroom. Should just feel so horrible. Why do men do this? Why do they deceive us?
Picture it. Germany, 1922.
Germany? Were you on vacation, Sophia?
Spy. That was a summer job. Anyway, while in Heidelberg, XQ-37, that's...
There are other fish in the sea.
You know, the ones my age are floating on the top.
Now, Ma, remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I think I crossed that line when I got a date.
Hi, Sophia.
No.
Well, that's not fair. Last week you got to keep the box boy who followed you home.
There, you see, you don't need a dog. If you're lonely, get yourself a man.
I don't want a man. I just want to come home from work and have someone jump.
Known the hundreds of memories I have of just the two of us, eating ice cream on the stoop of our building, or going through the drawers at Grandma's house, or dressing up like the Bronte sisters. How those memories fill me with joy.
For one day when I was with Charlie, he had a theory. Even a trip to the bank can be exciting if you wear a ski mask.
He would say that often?
Almost as often as he'd say, "Don't shoot, it's me."
So, that's a typical date with Blanche. I mean, after you cut out all the dirty parts.
You know what the joke going around the teacher's lounge was today, Ma?
After you jump, your chute will open automatically and you'll lurch upwards. Unfortunately, not high enough to get back in the plane. Now, all you have to do is relax and enjoy the view. The only thing to remember is when you hit the ground, tuck and roll. Tuck and roll. Say it. Tuck and roll. Someone didn't...
That he's gay, but why does he have to slip a ring on this guy's finger so the whole world will know?
Why did you marry George?
We loved each other. We wanted to make a lifetime commitment, wanted everybody to know.
That's what Doug and Clayton want, too. Everyone wants someone to grow old with, and shouldn't everyone... So I'm the one musketeer. I'll make new friends.
You won't believe the horrible thing I just heard on the radio.
Oh, Rose, we go through this every time. This is merely a test in the event of an actual emergency.
No, the news! I was just listening to the news, and the cheese man isn't dead.
Now, I have to go to work, and I don't want you to worry about me, so I'm going to say to you what you said to me the very first day you dropped me off at school. See if you can find someone who looks clean to drive you home.
Mama.
Too bad, Blanche, that you weren't there.
Yeah, too bad, but I'm sure she'll say it again. Okay, let's go.
Wait! Let me get a picture.
Isn't she the most beautiful mother you've ever seen?
Thanks for a lovely evening, Carl.
Rose, I've got an idea. What do you say we go away for the weekend?
Carl, I'm not sure I'm ready to.
It's because of this Miles guy, right? Look, Rose, I don't want to push you, but I just wish I knew what I was up against. I mean, who is this guy? Why did he...
I was a cop. In a dress, without a gun.
So basically what you have here is a crossing guard thing.
All right, all you gals are going to get locked up in a closet. And us boys are going for a little walk.
Wow. Were you over activity?
Time for today's sensible meal. Where's my tuna quiche? You heard me. I said...
Well, luckily, there were some Druid priests who were in town for the opening of Stonehenge land. They said they could stop it if they could sacrifice the town's dumbest virgin. I don't know why I raised my hand.
Wasn't as touching as I thought.
I'm just glad everything worked out. I never want to have to go through that again.
Oh, I knew it would all be okay.
You know, Rose, I think you deserve a lot of the credit. You're the only one smart enough to double-check on that fire inspector.
Yes, I'm proud of you, Rose.
They will never see Children, kids, it's up to you. I mean, if you want to save us and not have us eaten by Foxy Loxy, applaud. I mean it. I mean, clap now if you want to see the goose and the chicken and the turkey live. Come on, put your little head. Okay, Dorothy. If that's your real name. How is that coffee? Terrific. Actor.
Just not around anybody in uniform.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true.
Leave it.
Neither can I. Pretty amazing, eh, Pussycat?
Congratulations, Sophia. I am so proud of you. But I suppose this means that my work here is done. But don't you worry about me. As long as there's pain and suffering in the world, I'll be okay.
Harold, disregard that accident and the whole thing.
All right, everybody, just write down who you think ought to leave.
Well, you know this is a waste of time. I'm just going to write down myself.
Don't tell us that. Now, maybe we should do this. It's the fairest way.
All right, but it's just going to end up in me.
Okay.
Your grief.
I think so. But you know it would make me feel even better than this?
What?
A kiss. A New Year's Eve kiss.
Oh, I don't know.
In memory of my late wife.
When you put it that way,
About that. Every last cent is gone. No mas dinero.
Dorothy.
But I'm your sister, and I'm here for you.
I guess I've just been feeling sorry for myself, thinking I'm all alone, no one loves me.
I'm gonna... Oh, I'm okay.
You ended that sentence with a preposition just to break.
What would I do that for? Look, I know how to settle this. Let me tell you a story of the steamy South, a tale of deception and tragedy.
Just a second, Uncle.
You're having a bumper crop.
And I'm expecting more rain.
How you just stop that?
Blanche, think about it. Would it really be so bad if you and Jerry just had a platonic relationship?
Rose, I already have friends I don't have sex with. You guys.
How was Don's debut?
A disaster. What can you say about a show by an ex-fake Beatle that began with I've Gotta Be Me and ended with everybody was kung fu fighting? What the hell was that man doing up there?
Was it as bad as that?
Had it been charming, you are the anti-Trump.
Excuse me, Dorothy, but Mr. Griffin really hates it when people kiss up to him. Isn't that right, Your Excellency?
Absolutely right. And just for that, no parting gifts.
All right.
Way of combating that.
Well, we'll find out.
What do you mean?
I've never really done this before. And so you're saying that you never really complained about the bugs to the Zbornaks. Is that right?
Yes. You're very bright.
I asked you not to do that.
I know, but I'm going stir crazy. There's no way out. No way out.
Stand.
What is this? Some kind of sick joke?
All right, everybody, now just stop. Okay, so there's been a little misunderstanding, but the point is you're all here. And you were invited to celebrate Sophia's life and the wonderful times you've shared.
You're gonna use Blanche for your own depraved pleasures, and then betray her by casting her aside like yesterday's garbage, are you?
Certainly not.
You sure? Because it would really help me out.
Oh, sorry.
She's right. Now, you just take it easy, Rose. I think this scare really touched all of us. I found myself bargaining with God. I promised him that if you were all right, there'd be a lot less sex and a lot more church.
I'm sorry, I thought you were me. And I thought, that baby must have been born just as Sal died. He even looked like Sal. Of course, all babies look like Sal. Especially when he took out his teeth. Oh, God, I miss that man.
Me too, Ma.
And then the strangest thing happened. They put the baby's last name...
I think it means that she is shacked up in some cheap motel. I mean, she has a date. Oh, Lucas, what a relief. What a relief. So you didn't even want to go out with me.
What the hell's the matter with you two? You just met. You don't even know each other.
This is how the Eskimos do it, Dorothy.
Listen, whatever it is you might think you're feeling, it's just your hormones playing tricks on you.
Years now.
My God, what have I done?
Oh, I think it's romantic. It's like something out of a 40s movie. Strong, handsome, daring. And now she's got a man.
Look, Lucas, you cannot do this. What do you two have in common?